What caused Tanaka to unravel in that fourth inning?
Um, I don't think he had his great split today, and I thought they did a really good job, and even in some two-strike counts of laying off pitches that you normally get. You see chases there where Moss will chase you out of the zone with that split or the slider. They did a really good job of working a couple walks on him, and then the split obviously that he really hung up above the belt to Anderson, cashed it in. But really it's just some disciplined at bats there where maybe he didn't have his best split or his best deception today where he gets those chases out of the zone.
Do you feel like the splitter in general this season hasn't been as good as seasons past, or do you think it's just specific to this game?
Yeah, I think it's more this game. I think, he's pitched, and even early on, he's getting the strikeout ball with it and the slider. No, I think he's done a good job overall of mixing and matching his pitches. Has his split been as good as it's going to be at different times of the year? Maybe not, but no, I think it's been, obviously he's pitched well coming into this game, and the split's been a factor in that.
On the right.
Aaron, where's the confidence level of this group right now, just with the way you guys have struggled this year, especially at home?
Right. Good. I mean, we walk in that room with high expectations, and that hasn't wavered. We gotta keep grinding away right now when it's a little bit difficult for us, obviously, and we're dealing with some adversity. But I feel like from a mindset standpoint, the guys are in a good place, and the expectation is that we're going to come and beat you down every day. That's what we'll continue to have.
Dan.
What do you make of the struggles you guys are having at home right now, especially against teams that you would think you would be able to handle pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, just not playing our best yet. Period. Home, away. I mean, we're talking about different circumstances. I think take a bigger snapshot over time. I don't think it has anything to do with home right now. We're just not playing at our best, obviously, and hopefully we get this off day and can start on a roll.
Kevin.
With the Red Sox coming in, where do you put your team mentally and physically, and are you disappointed in the way they played?
I really do think we're in a sound place as far as our focus, our energy, our expectation when we walk through those doors. Again, obviously dealing with some adversity right now, which is part of it, which is part of the big league season. You got to navigate that, and you got to grind through that, and you got to grind through the tough times. But as far as where we are in our mindset and our intent and our focus, I think we're fine. And hopefully we can get it starting to roll when we come here on Tuesday.
Dan, and then all the way in the back.
Boston has obviously not gotten off to a very good start either. Have you seen much of them, and what are your thoughts on what's been going on with them?
I mean, obviously, I follow the scores a little bit. I've seen bits and pieces here, but obviously know what they're capable of, and anytime we get together with them, it's going to be tough battles, and both teams, before long, will be probably rolling pretty well.
All the way in the back.
Aaron Judge made an incredible catch in the fifth, saved you guys a few runs. What can you say about him as a defensive player? Great.
I mean, you look back at this series, I mean, a great throw to get Moncada there, leading off the inning when they got all the runs. Great play up against the fence. I believe it might have been the first game of this series where a ball hit hard in the gap, and just the jump he gets on the ball and the ground he's able to cover. He's a complete player, and I like to think his defense doesn't get overlooked, but he's really special out there.
Anyone else? Dan.
There were, I think, 5 stolen bases today. Did you see anything? Was it Kyle, or was it something the pitchers are doing and not holding guys on well enough?
Yeah, 5, and then I think we caught 2. A case of when, they're obviously in the lead and you have some guys that aren't normally running, and then we have a couple of our guys that are slow. It's merely a case of we got to be better at, being aware of those things, not letting guys get, walking leads, especially guys that aren't initially running. So Abreu stole second and third, when you don't think it's a situation where he's run, where you got to be more aware and pay more attention in those spots, period.